Alright, today I got a 2014 F150, and yes, the mileage is correct. It has 7,700 miles on it, and it has a noise concern come from the engine, power steering rack, or transmission area. It's all kind of hard to differentiate at first, and the noise happens when you put it into different gears. And I'll show you how the noise sounds in the cab here, and then of course outside of the vehicle, underneath the vehicle, so you can hear it underneath there also, and what to check while you're underneath there. Now what's weird is that this thing has electronic power steering, so why the heck are we hearing hydraulic steering noises? And also when it's doing this noise, the engine will shift. It'll like that. It's weird. It's hard to catch on camera, but it does that. So you're thinking all kinds of weird concerns here can be going on. But the one thing to note is the hydraulic noise. The only thing that's hydraulic on these is the transmission. So there is a TSB out for a new separator plate or a valve body in the transmission, depending on the build date of the transmission. But the TSB is not very clear. It just says, oh, I might maybe go to park to reverse or park to drive, and I'll do it. Never drive to park or park to neutral. It's not very clear. And then also, this one, like I said, you move the steering wheel a little bit, would make the same hydraulic noise. So that was kind of weird, right? And then also on this one, it happens more on an incline. So I know the transmission fluid level is okay, and that's another thing to note. Alright, so I'll try to capture the noise from inside the cab here, and we'll go through each one of the gears on there and let you listen. One thing also that I'm getting is a harsh reverse on this particular vehicle, so that's something else to note. Harsh reverse. So just about every gear has the noise, and reverse is the only one that has a harsh engagement. That was bad. And here's those trans-cooler lines that are going to vibrate real a lot once this noise is happening. Put your hand on them while someone else is putting it in gear. Make sure you're safe, obviously. You'll feel this vibrating big time. You could definitely isolate it then. So I'm going to put the camera down here. We're on an incline, and we're going to see if we can capture the sound underneath here. Hopefully we can. Alright, and the reason I put out these videos like this about noises and little things like this here and there is because noises especially are very hard to describe through text back and forth messaging, you know, whereas if you hear it, you can decipher for yourself. And also I can give a little bit more information about exactly when it's happening on these vehicles that we're seeing come in like this, because the TSBs from Ford, a lot of times they're very, very vague, or they leave out information altogether. So this way you can see what is actually happening out in the field and not in some, you know, lab, and then they type a TSB up and this is the only time it ever happens. No, it's not the case all times.